Micro projects, good example you saw this morning of how a micro project helped launch a new product. Again, the typical output of a micro project is a pre-production prototype that's ready for commercialization, as we saw with the flood barrier. The middle 3 bullet points cover the things that we do look for. Again, 10 members of staff or less, micro SMEs can apply for a micro grant, and it will cover it'll give a grant support of between £5,000 and up to £20,000 at an intervention rate of 45%. Because of the small scale, it's about a 12-month duration. And again, we try and do a lighter touch on these, so they're not scrutinised as heavily as the larger grants that we deliver. Research projects, these carry the highest level of intervention, and it's 60%, with a minimum grant of 20 up to 100,000. If you are successful winning this grant, you get 20% upfront payment to get the project off the ground, and then you claim quarterly. It normally forms researchers quite far from market. It will form it into some new scientific knowledge or form a basic concept model, a benchtop prototype that sort of proves the concept, but it still needs that clear development phase to get it to market. The higher intervention rate does reflect its furtherness from market and the greater risk associated with it. For each research project, what we like to see is sometimes the market's not that well defined. We like to see a clear development route at the end of the project, followed by a clear commercial route to break through the market barrier there. And the outputs of it could be a basic prototype, or it could be some novel IPR that can be secured against the technology or the product. Development projects typically follow on from a research phase, and they literally would take a basic concept and productize it to a pre-production stage. In doing the development phase, it may result in some new IPR being generated the company can secure, or it might refine a manufacturing process to make something in a new way that's protectable. But it would result in a pre-production prototype that de-risks the technology and good enough to sort of break through the market barrier and take it to market. So on these type of applications, we do like to see market pull and evidence of competitors and how you plan to get into the market. Exceptional projects. Prior to April, there was just an exceptional development project. But after April, with the proof of market grant, there was an exceptional research category created. The research and development exceptional projects start off where the other projects finish. The exceptional research project starts at 100, and while an exceptional development project starts off at 250 and goes up to $500,000. Just to back up, I forgot to mention that on the normal development projects, there's two intervention rates there, 35 and 40%. The 40% it goes to companies with less than 10 employees, so it's the smaller micro SMEs who can apply for the development grant to get greater help. Anything above 10 employees will qualify for the 35%. Now with the exceptional projects, they have got the same criteria as the research and development ones that I mentioned earlier, but they have to be exceptional. It's got to be a significant advance for a strand of UK technology. We haven't really funded any of these yet, but we're expecting to get quite a few in the large-scale renewable sector, where large-scale wind turbines, or for example, or anything to do with renewable energy, that has to be taken to a larger scale to prove the product, to prove the process. So they could be sort of the key fit for that. But it may be something to do with the aerospace or the ICT sector, which could be a significant impact on the UK industry. These do undergo a higher level of scrutiny because of the level of finance involved. Success stories. As we saw this morning, the grant does help a company get a prototype to market. But it also, for companies at the research phase or further from market, it can help give credibility to a company, its management team, and the technology that's being developed, to lever in extra additional support to take the company to the next stage of growth on say, the financial growth escalator. So there's three companies here. I think there's two research ones and one development company, one development project, who've had grant support, who have then managed to get in further investment because of the results of the project, to take the product to market or to grow the company. So the grant can act as a lever for the company to access more funding. if needed. Okay, what we look for, it's quite a clear application process. It's been refined. The SMART scheme's been around for a long, long time. It's got a very clear, defined application process where there's 5 stages in the application process. And literally, we sort of split into 2 halves, really. The first bit that we look at when an application comes into us is the technical and the commercial aspects of the project. And you can see in the top left-hand corner, the most important element is the level of innovation, which we get vetted by an independent external technical referee who will sort of vet the project. Linked to the innovation is with the bottom right-hand corner, it has to have innovation with significant technical risks and challenges. And the term they like to use, something like standard project development or incremental improvement of state-of-the-art wouldn't really qualify. But if it's a big step forward in what the technology does, then that would qualify, providing there's risk and challenge associated with it. And as with all innovation, we like to see the company secure any IP generated by the project. We do insist that the company have full rights to own that IP and exploit it. Any IP that you plan to use within the project, bring into the project, say from a university, we like them to have full rights to use that IP as part of the project. Market potential, obviously, so we're not funding R&D for R&D's sake. We are funding R&D that can really add value to the region. So we do look at, scrutinise the market potential, the business plan, in order to take that technology from inside the company and how they're going to exploit it. A new addition to this slide that we start to look for more in the application is regional impact. And again, I know all the businesses around here are based in the southwest, but we like to see longer term of how they feel our help is going to benefit the company. It's going to create jobs or create more wealth in the region, get some knowledge out of university. We like to see that emphasised in applications as well, really, just to sort of add a bit more meat. Because we are a regional development agency, we like to see the investments that we are having will benefit the region.